According to Jean Dukamushaba, the director of Farm to Table Limited, such a training serves as a farmer ground day in the district that always focuses on evaluating different practices and challenges faced by farmers in previous seasons that require revision. Dukamushaba further adds that the main motive of training is to tackle the challenge of low crop yield that farmers face after investing a lot of money and labor in crop production.
We are trying to tackle the challenge of raw crop yields. The farmers invest in a lot of money in labor, in expensive seeds, in medicines, but in the long run, they don't harvest the required yield. So we come in to train them to boost their yield and to help them improve on their.
Valeria Kabuye, a member of Toyombeche farmers in Ramutasia, says there is no longer great productivity in crop production like it used to be back in the day, blaming this on land degradation. She also says that their group has gained great production in the previous seasons because of the use of fertilizers.
The way crops used to grow back in the day is different from the way they do lately. For example, these days, we could harvest bags for sorghum, but now you cannot get a full sack. Even with beans, the best one can harvest is a basket of 10 kilos.
Amos Tonjirwe, the parish chief of Chitojo Ward in Bubare Town Council, says that currently seasons are unpredictable, and this has been a major cause of loss amongst local farmers. Tonjirwe urged that the use of chemicals, especially fertilizers, is the way to go as far as crop production is concerned, saying that this will assist in crop production on exhausted land.
I well understand that these very chemicals are going to increase farmers' yields. And they have come in just because those very partners have realized that the soil has completely been exhausted. Meaning when a farmer go ahead using those very fertilizers and chemicals, automatically he's going to come up with some good yields. You find there is some good smile on the face of every farmer.
The current market is being penetrated with quick maturing and climate change resilient food crops that lower risk of food insecurity among farming households dependent on commerce. Timoni Nwomukama, the community project manager, says there is a great need for farmers to consider investing in crop and soil research before planting to fit in the economical chain of production.
So research helps the farmer to keep updated, to keep up to date with the market, with the available technologies, which in turn will help him to produce for the market, and then of course it all translates into increased incomes for our farming communities.
Alan Mohozi, a fertilizer expert with African Fertilizer Agribusiness Partnership, says that the soil productivity of soil has been exhausted and that the use of fertilizers in the right procedure is the way to go. Mohozi further asks farmers to always use the fertilizers as instructed to get better yields, saying that some farmers wrongly apply the fertilizers.
Issue of farmers applying wrongly. We tell you like apply in the soil around the roots of the plant, then a farmer goes, uses a knapsack, puts a few kgs of fertilizer, a basil fertilizer or planting fertilizer, and goes spraying his crop. Also, it is really a challenge and it is a weakness from farmers, and I urge farmers not to continue using that mode of application.
Safe farming and the careful usage of agrochemicals is expected to foster production amongst farmers for land that got exhausted due to overcultivation. Norbert Nyamhachi, Masekatsimi for Smart24 TV, Business Today.